Hello, and welcome to this introductory video on the SMBOK Guide. A Guide to the Sales and Marketing Body of Knowledge, or SMBOK Guide, is a series of books that provide guidelines for the sales and marketing of products and services. It offers a comprehensive framework that can be used to effectively manage sales and marketing efforts in any organization. The SMBOK Guide is also referred to as the SMstudy Guide. The objective of the SMstudy Guide is to provide a practical and process-oriented approach to sales and marketing that emphasizes how various elements of sales and marketing can be integrated to develop a comprehensive and effective organizational sales and marketing plan. This introductory chapter includes definitions of key terms, the purpose and framework of the SMstudy Guide, the SMstudy certification schema, the evolution of sales and marketing, an overview of the aspects of sales and marketing discussed throughout the SMstudy Guide, and a general overview of the contents of this first book on marketing strategy. This chapter also briefly discusses corporate strategy and its relationship to sales and marketing. The appendix provides a more detailed description of corporate strategy and how senior management direction and insights integrates with 5 underlying corporate strategies, namely corporate product strategy, corporate marketing strategy, corporate operations strategy, corporate finance strategy, and corporate human resource strategy. This chapter is divided into the following sections. They are: how to use the SMstudy Guide, why use the SMstudy Guide, evolution of sales and marketing, corporate strategy and its relationship to sales and marketing, aspects of sales and marketing, the levels of sales and marketing strategy, marketing strategy overview, digital marketing overview. We really think you're going to love this course. Let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to the continuation of our course on the SMBOK Guide. Let's look at how you can use the SMBOK Guide to enhance your knowledge of sales and marketing. The SMstudy Guide can be used as a reference and knowledge guide by experienced sales and marketing practitioners, as well as by persons with little prior knowledge or experience in sales or marketing roles. Because the SMstudy Guide offers a comprehensive sales and marketing framework, many will find value in using this resource to guide decision-making and planning across all facets of sales and marketing. In order to facilitate those individuals who may be interested in only one or two specific facets of sales and marketing, the contents of the guide are organized to enable quick and easy reference. Similarly, the SMstudy Guide provides a valuable tool for individuals already in distinct sales or marketing roles, such as a digital marketing manager, as its design enables such individuals to focus on the specific aspects that are most relevant to such roles. Process-oriented approach with defined inputs, tools, and outputs. In order to facilitate the best application of the SMstudy Guide framework, the SMstudy Guide defines an action-oriented process approach to sales and marketing that provides specific guidance to sales and marketing professionals about how to most effectively and efficiently manage their marketing activities. The SMstudy Guide defines sales and marketing in terms of processes that comprise a series of actions leading to a particular result. Each process requires specific inputs and then uses various tools to create specific outputs. To cater to the needs of a diverse audience with varying levels of expertise in sales and marketing, the SMstudy Guide has differentiated highly recommended inputs, tools, and outputs from recommended but optional ones. The inputs, tools, and outputs denoted by asterisks are highly recommended, while others with no asterisks are recommended but optional. Individuals being introduced to sales and marketing should focus primarily on the highly recommended inputs, tools, and outputs for each process, while more experienced practitioners should thoroughly understand all of the relevant inputs, tools, and outputs for each process. Using SMstudy Guide with SMstudy.com website and VMEdu mobile app. The SMstudy.com website and the VMEdu mobile app provide additional resources to help individuals better understand and apply the sales and marketing framework defined in the SMstudy Guide. The website and app include the following: A certification schema, which helps sales and marketing students study the subject in a structured manner, get tested on relevant concepts through proctored certification exams, and gain relevant certifications that demonstrate their knowledge and experience in different areas of sales and marketing. High-quality videos with relevant and interesting examples that help individuals gain a thorough understanding of specific concepts. Case studies that illustrate how the SMstudy Guide framework can be used in real-life scenarios. Additional resources for students to obtain expert training through physical classrooms, virtual instructor-led sessions, and high-quality online courses. A glossary of terms, flashcards, study guides, and more. That's all for this session. Stay tuned.
Hi, and welcome to our video introduction of the SMBOK Guide. In this module, we'll list the certification schema for SMstudy certifications. You can also find this information on our website at www.smstudy.com. The certifications related to the SMstudy Guide are administered and managed by smstudy.com. The certification schema is outlined in this image. The following is a brief description of each level of certification. Let's take a look. Associate level certifications. These introductory modules are available at no charge to interested individuals. All aspects of sales and marketing have an applicable associate level certification. For example, SMstudy Certified Marketing Strategy Associate. The certification exams are free and not proctored, and candidates have 1 hour to complete each exam. The prerequisite is an understanding of the highly recommended inputs, tools, and outputs for each process relevant to the particular marketing aspect. There is no work experience requirement, and there are no mandatory education hours in addition to the recommended study. Professional level certifications. All aspects of sales and marketing have an applicable professional level certification. For example, SMstudy Certified Marketing Strategy Professional. The certification exams are proctored, and candidates have 2 hours to complete each exam. The prerequisite is a study of the relevant SMstudy Guide with more emphasis on the highly recommended inputs, tools, and outputs for each process relevant to the particular marketing aspect. There is no work experience requirement, and there are no mandatory education hours in addition to the recommended study. Individuals who pass the certification exams for 3 or more professional modules are awarded an additional certification called SMstudy Certified Sales and Marketing Professional. Specialist level certifications. All aspects of sales and marketing have an associated specialist level certification, such as SMstudy Certified Marketing Strategy Specialist. The certification exams are proctored, and candidates have 3 hours to complete each exam. The prerequisites are attaining the professional level certification for that specific aspect, a study of all the relevant inputs, tools, and outputs for each process, 3 years of related work experience, and 20 mandatory educational hours. Individuals who pass the certification exams for 3 or more specialist modules are awarded an additional certification called SMstudy Certified Sales and Marketing Specialist. Expert level certifications. All aspects of sales and marketing have an associated expert level certification. For example, SMstudy Certified Marketing Strategy Expert. The certification exams are proctored, and candidates have 4 hours to complete each exam. The prerequisites are attaining the specialist level certifications for that specific aspect, a study of all of the relevant inputs, tools, and outputs for each process, 5 years of related work experience, 40 mandatory education hours, and recommendations from 2 peers and a manager. Individuals who pass the certification exams for 3 or more expert modules are awarded the SMstudy Certified Sales and Marketing Expert certification. To learn more, log on to www.smstudy.com.
Hi, and welcome back to our video introduction to the SMBot Guide. Let's look at some of the key benefits of using the SMstudy Guide. Consolidated expertise. The SMstudy Guide was developed by VMEdu Incorporated, a global certification course provider that has educated more than 400,000 students worldwide in more than 3,500 companies. It provides practical, industry-proven best practices rather than purely theoretical advice. Process-oriented approach. The SMstudy Guide explains sales and marketing concepts through an action-oriented process approach. This helps sales and marketing professionals understand the specific processes they should follow to be effective in their sales and marketing roles. Each process has associated inputs, tools, and outputs that are recommended for use. Highly recommended inputs, tools, and outputs are noted with an asterisk beside the concept in each process box, and then again when each process is discussed throughout that section. Applicability to all industries. Many authors, advisors, and reviewers of the SMstudy Guide have worked in numerous sales and marketing areas and geographic regions across a variety of industries. The insights provided by them make this body of knowledge industry independent. Applicability to companies of all sizes. The SMstudy Guide has been written to meet the needs of all companies regardless of size. Small startup companies with fewer than 10 employees and large organizations with several thousand employees and multiple product lines and business units can equally benefit from the information in this guide. Additionally, the content provided in the SMstudy Guide is highly relevant to for-profit and non-profit organizations alike. Comprehensiveness. The SMstudy Guide is organized into 6 sales and marketing aspects: marketing strategy, marketing research, digital marketing, corporate sales, branding and advertising, and retail marketing. Each aspect is detailed in a separate book. Taken together, the series provides a comprehensive and complete understanding of sales and marketing. Applicability to beginners and experts alike. The SMstudy Guide presents recommended concepts that beginners should know and also highlights advanced concepts for individuals who have more experience and who are on their way to becoming experts in the field. Readers can decide which of the 6 sales and marketing aspects are most relevant to them and select from the available books accordingly. Alignment with job roles. The aspects included in the SMstudy Guide are organized to align with the most common or typical job roles or career fields of sales and marketing. And last, continuous improvement. Concepts related to sales and marketing continue to evolve. Therefore, the SMstudy Guide will be continuously reviewed and updated to ensure that it remains relevant. Log on to www.smstudy.com. Welcome. Let's begin this discussion in our video introduction of the SMBot Guide with a quick look at the early models of sales and marketing. Sales and marketing has evolved significantly over time, starting over 1,000 years ago with the simple barter system and spanning several centuries, adapting to changes in consumer behavior, modes of communication, and advancements in technology in order to become the multifaceted, multimedia discipline that it is today. This image depicts the timeline for the evolution of sales and marketing. Marketing began several centuries ago with the barter system, whereby various goods and services were exchanged for other goods and services. This concept of exchange is the foundation of sales and marketing, and while the barter system is less common today, the dawn of the Internet in the 1990s made this simple form of transaction even more convenient by offering a means for non-local individuals to match their needs with the offerings of others, both locally and across the globe. Several sites, in fact, enable consumers to take advantage of the reach of the Internet in order to facilitate such an exchange, enabling the continued use of this simple means of marketing. While the barter system introduced consumers to the concept of exchange, the introduction of various forms of currency several centuries later made the concept of exchange a simpler proposition. No longer was a match of needs required. Goods and services could be exchanged for money, and the traditional marketplace was born. Over the years, the concept of mass production as well as supply chain and distribution channels were introduced, giving way to the seller's marketplace. The 20th century and the inception of mass media marketing brought consumers unprecedented choice, and with that choice came the need for businesses to differentiate their goods and services and promote their products to a much larger audience through various means, including radio, television, and print advertising. Conventional mass media marketing gave consumers many options to learn about a company's products and services and provided businesses with multiple channels to get their messages out. Finally, the 1990s brought the launch of the Internet, offering businesses yet another channel to market their goods and services and an opportunity to reach a global audience. Digital marketing was born. And with that, we come to the end of this module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hi and welcome. In this module of our video introduction to the SMBot Guide, we're going to discuss fragmented New Age marketing. Today, consumers have multiple ways of searching, learning about, and purchasing various products and services, and e-commerce technology has offered the convenience of secure and instant transactions. At the same time, however, consumers are bombarded with messages from many sources, making it sometimes difficult to sift through the volume of marketing information. Consumers can receive messages from any of several hundred television and radio channels, a variety of print media, including newspapers, magazines, and trade publications. And online, it's difficult to check email without various banner ads popping up. The messages are constant. For businesses, in this age where consumers are continuously provided with choices, the challenge is finding ways to stand out. In recent times, the media has become increasingly fragmented with several hundred television and radio channels, as well as a large variety of print media, including newspapers, magazines, and trade publications. Moreover, since the late 1990s, with the increased popularity of the Internet, and more recently smartphones, many options now exist for advertisers to reach a global audience using digital media marketing methods, such as mobile phone apps, Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, QR codes, gamification, and proximity marketing. With all of these options, many marketers find it beneficial to use an integrated approach to marketing by leveraging the strengths of various types of media. Companies must evaluate all media in terms of who the target audience is and what media resonates with them best. In many cases, assumptions will need to be made and incorporated into the media testing framework. Some characteristics of fragmented New Age marketing are as follows. It is a fact that people now spend more time on the Internet using smartphones, tablets, or computers than they spend through conventional mass media, such as television, radio, or newspapers. This is especially true for the 30-year-old and younger market segment, since sales and marketing is most successful when it meets the demands of consumers. This change in consumer preferences is significantly altering the sales and marketing landscape for established companies. Businesses are discovering that conventional mass media marketing has limited effectiveness, and some customer segments are not even reachable using these traditional media forms. Fragmented New Age marketing generally supports new, small brands with much smaller budgets targeted directly to customers in a global marketplace. This represents a significant distinction from conventional mass media marketing, where achieving a global reach for a small company may have been prohibitively expensive. While mass media marketing is less targeted and primarily focused on affecting emotional attitudes about the brand, New Age marketing is data-driven and more focused on driving specific calls to action. Also, while mass media marketing typically involves interruption, New Age marketing is about engagement. Unlike older media options, where sales and marketing communications were primarily unidirectional, communications have increasingly become multidirectional. So, for example, there are many rating websites available where customers can provide independent ratings of a company's products or services, and others, including the company itself, can respond or elaborate on these ratings. Due to the nature of New Age marketing, consisting of multiple media forms and the ability to generate significant information, Huge amounts of data, commonly referred to as big data, are now available to companies. The ability to process this data through proper marketing analytics and assimilate such data to generate valuable insights can become a significant differentiator for ensuring that companies engage in smart marketing. Can you think of any examples of fragmented New Age marketing? Social media and company websites allow small companies to showcase their products at a low cost or at times even for free. Companies can share engaging content, which can go viral, thus promoting their brand and reaching a global audience. Brands can also produce informative, instructional content via blog posts, forums, and so forth. Online paid advertising allows companies to market their products or services to their target audiences at smaller budgets compared to conventional mass media marketing. For many companies, online paid advertising is replacing conventional mass media marketing. It may be important to note that unlike mass media, which is a one-way broadcast from brand to consumer, New Age marketing involves a two-way interaction between brand and consumer. For example, in the case of Google AdWords, if the consumer accepts the call to action, the company provides additional information on the product itself. Thus, the transaction is usually a back-and-forth engagement between the company and its potential customers. Multi-directional communication is facilitated using fragmented New Age marketing. Customers can provide their own feedback or research what others have to say about particular products through blogs, Twitter feeds, Google reviews, and so on. TripAdvisor provides a forum for travel enthusiasts to share feedback about their experiences staying in particular hotels. Such feedback can significantly impact the buying behavior of future tourists who read customer reviews before deciding their travel option.
Hi there. We'll cover innovative Internet-enabled business models. The growing popularity of the Internet, smartphones, and digital media provides opportunities for a company to not only use fragmented New Age marketing effectively to promote existing products, but also to come up with innovative business models where product demo, customer acquisition, and order fulfillment can also take place online. Innovative business models may include the following. Online marketplaces. Several e-commerce companies have created global online marketplaces for selling books, consumer goods, and other products. In such business models, customer acquisition is usually initiated through the company's website. The company coordinates with its multiple suppliers to source products, samples, demos, and product reviews are provided on the website. Customers make their purchases online, and items are shipped directly to the customers. What examples of online marketplaces can you think of? Book publishing and retail businesses, which historically gained much success using traditional business models, have been significantly affected by the advent of online marketplaces such as Amazon, eBay, Alibaba, and Flipkart. Online payment processors such as PayPal, Stripe, Braintree, and Google Wallet have simplified the way in which payments can be processed by businesses and have enabled even small startup companies to sell their products globally. Online services. Online services have significantly impacted many traditional product and service industries by transforming existing business models and creating new ways to conduct business. Here are some examples of online services. Global positioning systems and online maps have made physical maps redundant. Online learning tools have gained popularity and at times can complement or even replace physical classroom training. Online networking. The Internet has made the world a smaller place. People can now have access to their networks at all times. These changes have significantly impacted the way in which people communicate with each other, and in turn have created new possibilities for innovative business models. So what are some examples of online networking? Social media channels such as LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, and Google+ have significantly changed the way in which people communicate with each other. Online search engines such as Google, Yahoo, and Bing make it easy to find information and locate businesses globally. Business models using smartphones. Smartphones are Internet-enabled mobile phones that also allow people to have an ongoing connection to the Internet. Since individuals usually carry their smartphones with them, Mobile apps are becoming increasingly popular. Innovative business models based on the use of smartphones can disrupt several existing business models, more so in industries that rely on other forms of communication and networking. Let's look at two examples of business models using smartphones. Several airlines and travel portals have mobile apps to facilitate the ability to book flight tickets using smartphones. Banking mobile apps allow customers to view their bank account balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and complete other common banking activities. With that, we end this session.
And that brings us to the end of this module. In this module of our video introduction on the SMBOK Guide, we'll discuss sales and marketing as a continuum. It's important for us to note that the fact that we are in the 21st century does not make all the earlier avenues of sales and marketing obsolete. Some companies marketing consumer goods continue to spend a significant portion of their marketing budget on conventional mass media marketing. In some cases, a seller's marketplace continues to be the reality for certain commodities that have a limited number of producers, or where the production is highly regulated by the government or controlled by monopolies or duopolies. Similarly, in some regions or countries, traditional marketplaces continue to flourish. Rather than viewing the changes as completely replacing the earlier practices, sales and marketing approaches should be viewed as a continuum where recent innovations can coexist with earlier practices. It's the responsibility of a company's sales and marketing team to make the strategic decisions that will work best to achieve the desired outcomes, given the reality of the markets and particular consumer preferences. Sales and marketing students who read material on the subject often find the literature confusing because authors offer varied perspectives that may be difficult to assimilate and comprehend in the present day. Each author's perspective can also vary depending on when the material was written, his or her individual or industry preferences and experiences, and other factors. Conversely, the concepts covered in this sales and marketing body of knowledge are not limited to the perspectives of any particular author or industry. The SMstudy Guide was developed by VM-Edu Incorporated, a professional education provider which has educated over 400,000 students worldwide in more than 3,500 companies. The 50-plus authors, advisors, and reviewers of this book have worked in multiple marketing environments and geographic regions across an eclectic variety of industries. Thus, the insights provided in this book provide a comprehensive detail of the principles and concepts related to sales and marketing, specifically to digital marketing. It also articulates an action-oriented process approach that can be used by sales and marketing practitioners to gain a better understanding of the subject and then construct a comprehensive and effective digital marketing strategy that supports both the marketing objectives as set out in the marketing strategy and the business goals as established in the corporate strategy. Log on to our courses on www.smstudy.com.
Welcome! As we continue our video introduction of the SMBOK Guide, let's talk about corporate strategy and its relationship to sales and marketing. In this video, we'll learn about corporate strategy, which is the overall direction of the company as defined by senior management. Corporate strategy takes into consideration an assessment of the existing capabilities of the company and external opportunities and threats. Corporate strategy usually coincides with the immediate future fiscal period, or it could be developed with a longer term. It is important to understand the overall corporate strategy and its relationship to all areas of the business in order to ensure that activities at all levels are aligned and aimed at achieving overall corporate goals. Digital marketing forms just one component of the overall marketing strategy, and the marketing strategy is established using direction provided by the overall corporate strategy of the company. Without a clear understanding of where the company plans to be in the near and far future, it is difficult for the digital marketing efforts to be crafted to contribute to the marketing objectives or the overall goals of the business. Corporate strategy is a combination of Senior Management Direction and Insights. This is provided by senior management based on their experience and insights related to the business. Corporate Product Strategy. This defines the products or services the company offers and the research and development efforts required to create them. Corporate Marketing Strategy. This defines how the company plans to target, position, market, and sell the planned products, and defines metrics, targets, and budgets for all marketing activities. Corporate Operations Strategy. This defines how the company will manage operational activities, manufacture its products or provide services, and provide the corresponding customer support and warranty. Corporate Finance Strategy. This defines how the company will manage its finances, attain funding, and financially sustain its operations. The finance strategy should include forecasts and projections and summarize costs, income, and investments. Corporate Human Resource Strategy. This maps the human resource capabilities within the company and considers talent management and acquisition needs to sustain growth. This chart lists the components of corporate strategy. Typically, companies have existing documentation regarding their corporate product strategy, corporate marketing strategy, corporate operations strategy, corporate finance strategy, and corporate human resource strategy. These must be considered in an integrated manner to define a coherent corporate strategy. The level and complexity of documentation for these strategies may vary depending on the size of the company and the breadth of its product portfolios and geographic reach. If formal documentation of these strategies is not available as with a startup company, the teams involved in strategic planning should consider the various strategies using the SMstudy Guide framework and decide on an overall corporate strategy, which can then become a benchmark to execute future plans. Finalizing the company's corporate strategy can be a time-consuming and rigorous exercise that requires inputs from multiple stakeholders, particularly senior management. It is advisable to execute strategic planning exercises at appropriate and specific time intervals, and then finalize a corporate strategy on which senior management and the heads of the strategy teams agree. Following this process will help to ensure that the leadership team has coherently defined goals and strategies that align with the overall strategic goals of the organization. Corporate strategy can in turn be further divided into lower-level strategies depending on the complexity of the organization. For example, the corporate strategy for an entire company can be divided into strategies for each business unit or geographic region, and then subdivided further into a product or brand strategy for each product or brand in a business unit or geographic region. The product or brand strategy is the lowest level in this hierarchy. The diagram illustrates the relationship between corporate strategy, business unit geographic region strategy, and product brand level strategy. And with that, we've come to the end of this module.
The SMBOK is a comprehensive guide to sales and marketing activities that constitute the various aspects of sales and marketing. The SMstudy Guide describes 6 aspects of sales and marketing: marketing strategy, marketing research, digital marketing, corporate sales, branding and advertising, retail marketing. Since the SMstudy Guide is geared towards sales and marketing professionals, or those who desire to work in this field, the 6 aspects are based on the 6 most common and often distinct career fields related to sales and marketing. This diagram depicts the 6 aspects of sales and marketing and how they interact with each other. At the top of the image, you'll notice that 2 marketing aspects, marketing strategy and marketing research, are boxed in dotted lines. These are essential marketing aspects. Both of these aspects are mandatory and should be used to define, measure, and provide direction for the overall marketing efforts of a company. The 4 remaining aspects are referred to as optional marketing aspects because one or more of them could be used by a company to reach its marketing goals, and in some instances, not all are applicable. Can you think of an example for this concept? A small company creating phone applications or online games may decide to solely use digital marketing. Another company manufacturing heavy equipment may use only corporate sales, and a large consumer goods company or global fashion chain may decide to use all 4 optional marketing aspects to reach its marketing goals. Marketing strategy describes how the aspect of marketing strategy aligns with a company's overall corporate strategy and acts as a unifying framework to define and analyze the other aspects of sales and marketing. It also supports the alignment of all marketing resources among all aspects. Marketing strategy includes determining internal organizational strengths and weaknesses, as well as external opportunities and threats. Identifying and segregating prospective buyers into market segments based on common needs, defining competitive positioning to satisfy specific customer needs, creating pricing and distribution strategies, and defining the metrics, objectives, and corresponding budgets for implementation, evaluation, and improvement of all marketing activities. Marketing research explains the concepts of marketing research and provides a framework to conduct marketing research and to analyze sales and marketing data. It also demonstrates how marketing research findings can help the marketing team conceptualize and finalize product features and other components of a company's marketing strategy. In addition, marketing research discusses assessment tools that can be used to measure factors that can help drive better corporate decision-making and, in turn, more decisive marketing actions. Marketing research can be conducted for any other aspect of marketing. It's commonly used to test multiple marketing hypotheses in order to better understand consumer behavior, finalize product features, define metrics for measuring marketing efforts, and track and improve marketing activities. Digital marketing, which is the focus of this book, includes all marketing activities that use electronic devices connected to the internet to engage with customers. These include activities related to creating and managing effective websites and mobile apps, as well as promoting a company's products and brand through various online channels that help meet marketing objectives. Some of the tools pertaining to digital marketing include search engine optimization, search engine marketing, mobile device marketing, social media marketing, and email marketing. This aspect also demonstrates how an effective digital marketing strategy can be a force multiplier for the other sales and marketing aspects. Corporate sales outlines the best practices and processes to be followed for effective business-to-business or B2B sales. It provides guidance on activities related to building strong business relationships, successfully working with other businesses to help them see the value in the company's products and services, understanding procurement management, conducting effective negotiations with other organizations, and ensuring leads generation, qualification, follow-up, and other related activities. It also emphasizes how corporate sales should interface with the other sales and marketing aspects. Branding and advertising includes concepts of product branding, consumer behavior, marketing communication, and public relations. Branding is the process of creating a distinct image of a product or range of products in the customer's mind. This image communicates the promise of value the customer will receive from the product or products. Branding should remain consistent across all channels of communication with the customer. Advertising is defined in the SMstudy guide as any paid form of non-personal communications to existing and potential customers that promote the company's products through all media, such as radio, television, and print. Internet advertising is discussed in the book on digital marketing. Retail marketing presents concepts of all marketing activities related to persuading the end customer to purchase a company's products at a physical retail outlet or store, and efficiently managing the supply chain and distribution channels to improve the reach and sales for a company's products. This aspect also discusses how retail marketing interfaces with the other sales and marketing aspects. Okay, that's all for this session. Thanks for learning with us.
In this module of our video introduction to the SMBot Guide, we'll discuss various levels of sales and marketing strategy. The corporate marketing strategy, which is a component of the overall corporate strategy, is further divided into various business unit or geographic strategies, which in turn are further divided into particular product or brand strategies for each product or brand. This chart depicts the relationships between different levels of marketing strategy. The corporate marketing strategy is defined at a corporate level. It defines the overall marketing goals for the company. These general marketing goals drive more specific marketing strategies for each of the company's business units or geographies. Each business unit or geography in turn defines its own goals, which are relevant inputs for each area's particular product or brand marketing strategy. Each product or brand marketing strategy, also referred to as marketing strategy in the SMstudy guide, defines sales and marketing objectives for each product or brand, which drives specific tactics that align with and often rely on other marketing aspects. Digital marketing is one of the 6 aspects of marketing defined in the SMstudy guide and is the focus of this book. The marketing activities across all aspects of marketing are designed with the marketing objectives in mind. Take a short break and think of a situation or scenario where this concept can be used. Let's look at an example of a global automobile company. Corporate level. A global automobile company specializing in manufacturing luxury automobiles has a corporate goal to grow the company by 8% in the upcoming year by launching new models of cars in its existing locations and entering new market segments. Business unit geographic level. The automobile company has been organized into multiple business units based on geographies where it conducts business. Each business unit has business unit goals that contribute to the company's overall corporate goals. The business unit goals for next year are 5% growth in the United States, 10% growth in China, 4% growth in the United Kingdom, 12% growth in India, and 6% growth in Germany. Product brand level. To meet the 10% growth target in China, the marketing team in China plans strategies for the 3 existing brands in the market, that is, Series, Palace, and Vesta, and also plans to launch a new brand, Juno. Each brand targets a different customer segment. Series is an entry-level sedan, targeted at working professionals who aspire to have a luxury car. Palace is a minivan, primarily targeted at families with children. Vesta is a 4-wheel drive sport utility vehicle for individuals who want both on- and off-road capability and to still be able to go on long drives. The brand new Juno is a convertible that the Chinese business unit plans to target at young persons who want a stylish and fun car. Each brand team creates a marketing strategy for its brand. When creating the marketing strategy, the team considers the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats for the brand, defines the market and identifies different market segments, identifies the brand's competition, finalizes the target market segment for the brand, analyzes the target market to create a differentiated positioning for the brand, and then finalizes the pricing and distribution strategies. Each team then determines the appropriate metrics and objectives that will help reach the team's growth target, and a budget is allocated to each marketing aspect. Juno's key metric is sales, and its main objective is to sell 25,000 cars in the Chinese market the year after the vehicle is released. The marketing strategy for Juno decides to use digital marketing, branding and advertising, and retail marketing to reach out to its target market segment. Juno's product strategy team sets a budget of $1 million for digital marketing to sell 3,000 cars, $10 million for branding and advertising to sell 10,000 cars, and $15 million for retail marketing to sell 12,000 cars. Marketing aspect level. The metrics, objectives, and budgets allocated to each of the marketing aspects become inputs for those aspects. For example, the digital marketing team may decide to create a high-quality website with their budget of $1 million with an objective of selling 3,000 cars. And with that, we've reached the end of this module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello! In this module, we'll have an overview of digital marketing. Digital marketing is one of several aspects of marketing discussed in the SMstudy Guide series. Other aspects discussed in this series include marketing research, corporate sales, branding and advertising, and retail marketing. The strategies for each of the aspects of marketing are derived from the outputs of the marketing strategy, which are described in the SMstudy Guide series on marketing strategy. It's important to note that all aspects of marketing must be aligned and work together in order to achieve the overall marketing objectives of a company. Therefore, setting the strategy for digital marketing requires constant and continuous collaboration and communication with other departments, functional areas, and business units, as well as other stakeholders, including senior management and partners. The processes associated with establishing a digital marketing strategy include gaining an understanding of the specific targets that this aspect of marketing must achieve in order to contribute to the successful attainment of marketing objectives. Recognizing the various channels and options that the digital media offers, building or requiring the needed expertise, and establishing a strong digital presence, and optimizing each of these channels to ensure maximum reach, build good customer relationships, and establish and protect a strong reputation in the chosen markets. With this, we come to the end of this module.
Hello, and welcome to the introductory module on digital marketing. This video course has been designed for anyone who wants to know about digital marketing and its various channels. Along the way, this will help you prepare for SMstudy digital marketing certifications. So let's begin. When creating an online presence, one of the initial steps is to determine the targets as defined by the marketing strategy, and then explore the various digital marketing channels available to achieve those targets. Companies typically market their products or services to targeted audiences that differ in demographics such as age, geography, and income. Implementing digital marketing tactics allows a company to target very specific audiences and measure each tactic effectively. Given the nature of the online world, which is constantly evolving and expanding, new channels are developing with greater frequency, and audiences are continuously exploring new sources of online content. Digital marketers must regularly assess and reassess digital marketing channels for their effectiveness. To identify the most effective marketing channels for an organization's products or services, marketers spend a considerable amount of time and effort identifying and understanding the dynamics of all available digital marketing channels and evaluating these channels relative to their company's overall organizational goals and objectives. Once the digital marketing strategy has been established, it must continuously be monitored and evaluated to ensure its relevance to the target audiences, and adjusted to address frequently changing consumer needs, preferences, and online trends, and to ensure the targets that the marketing strategy has established for the digital marketing team are being met. The processes described in this chapter are: understand available DM channels. In this process, various digital marketing channels that an organization may use to stay in touch with their customers and meet their corporate objectives are explored. Evaluate DM channels. In this process, various digital marketing channels are evaluated to determine their relevance and effectiveness in achieving previously determined performance targets for digital marketing. This figure provides an overview of the following two processes in this chapter. And with that, we'll end this module. Thank you for learning with us. Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll talk about the processes associated with planning and developing digital marketing channels. Throughout this chapter, we will look at how organizations go about building their presence on digital channels, namely websites, mobile apps and sites, and social media sites. Organizations develop their digital marketing channels based on marketing research, expert feedback, and case studies that provide insights into the successes and failures of competitors in addressing the same target segments. Because the online marketplace is evolving and new channels are developing with greater frequency, businesses must constantly stay in touch with their audience's needs and ensure that they adapt to stay relevant to these needs. Another factor that organizations must keep in mind when interacting with consumers through digital media is maintaining consistent brand messaging and positioning across all channels and through various marketing activities. The processes discussed in this chapter are as follows. Plan and develop website channel. In this process, a website design is planned based on exhaustive research, and the organization's website or brand's website is created. As part of this process, the metrics that will provide an indication of the performance of the website are also identified and, once established, are constantly monitored to gauge the success of the website. Plan and develop mobile channel. In this process, the factors influencing the success or failure of mobile apps and mobile sites in helping the organization reach its corporate objectives are analyzed. Best practices are identified for the design of the organization's apps and sites, and the development is carried out. Metrics are also identified to gauge the performance of the apps and sites. Plan and develop social media channel. In this process, the organization identifies the relevant social media platforms for its target segments and plans its communication strategies with customers using these platforms. The content creation and distribution plan is created and metrics are identified to gauge the success of the social media channel. This figure provides an overview of the three processes in planning and developing digital marketing channels. And with that, we've come to the end of this introduction. Thank you for learning with us. Let's take an overview of the processes associated with Optimize website. Once all the digital marketing channels are finalized and the digital marketing team, along with the technical team, has created the website, mobile site, and mobile apps, and has established a social media presence, the next step is to optimize each of these digital marketing channels for reach, relationship, and reputation. The team must first make sure that it is able to reach the required number of current and potential customers through these channels. To achieve this, each channel must be optimized using a variety of tools and techniques. Once the company has developed the capability to reach out to the maximum number of customers in its target segments, it should monitor and improve its relationship with current and potential customers with whom the company has been able to connect. Once all the digital marketing channels are optimized for reach and relationship, the team must then ensure that the digital marketing channels are optimized for reputation. Improving the reputation of a company can foster greater engagement from existing customers as well as build interest from new customers, all of which can help drive revenue for the company. The processes discussed in this chapter are: Optimize website for reach. In this process, a company's product website is optimized to maximize reach and achieve targets using various tools and techniques such as search engine optimization, or SEO, and search engine advertising. Optimize website for relationship. In this process, the company's product website is optimized to achieve relationship targets using various tools and techniques such as website analytics, offers, and promotions. Optimize website for reputation. In this process, the company's product website is optimized to improve reputation targets using various tools and techniques such as website analytics, customer relationship management, and referral programs. This figure provides an overview of the three processes to optimize websites. And with that, we'll end this module. Thank you for learning with us. Let's have an overview of the processes associated with optimizing mobile channel. The previous chapter dealt with how a company can optimize its website for reach, relationship, and reputation so that it can reap maximum benefits from this digital marketing channel. This chapter looks at another digital marketing channel, the mobile channel. The ever-changing landscape of mobile devices makes it important for the marketing teams to learn and understand this channel in order to optimize the mobile strategy. The team must actively monitor any changes in technology and the inception of new tools. Lack of awareness of the latest developments in digital marketing or simply ignoring the latest DM trends may result in a company's inability to compete effectively. Creating consistent brand messaging across the company's desktop website and its mobile website, engaging with customers proactively, and responding efficiently to customer queries using an effective customer support system helps companies to build and maintain good relationships with customers. This chapter describes a number of tools and methods by which a company can build a strong reach, relationship, and reputation through a digital marketing channel to help the business achieve its digital marketing targets. The processes discussed in this chapter are as follows. Optimize mobile site and app for reach. In this process, a company's mobile site should be optimized to encourage the use of the mobile site and app, and thus maximize reach. A good mobile site design will ensure the content is easily accessible, readable, and actionable. Whether this is achieved using the responsive design approach or through the development of a separate site, the design of the mobile site should aim to provide the best viewing experience. This experience should include strong usability, easy-to-read content, simple navigation, and minimal resizing, panning, and scrolling on all portable devices such as tablets and mobile phones, among others. A responsive site design adapts the layout to the viewing environment. Many companies hire specialists to write such code because it takes extensive training and time to make a website responsive. Mobile apps also need to be designed to maximize reach and achieve targets using various tools and techniques. When designing a mobile app, a company needs to make it user-friendly and intuitive, creating a simple design that makes using the app as easy as possible. Many tools can be used to optimize a well-designed mobile site and mobile apps to maximize reach and contribute to the overall digital marketing targets. Optimize mobile site and app for relationship. When thinking about how to use mobile devices to build a relationship with customers, a company must consider the type of content it wants to deliver and the action it wants the customer to take. A variety of marketing tactics should be considered to drive usability and engagement, including offers, promotions, and content sharing. Optimize mobile site and app for reputation. In this process, the mobile site and mobile apps are optimized to improve reputation targets using various tools and techniques such as customer feedback analysis and mobile analytics. This figure provides an overview of the three processes discussed in this chapter. And with that, we've come to the end of this introduction module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello and welcome. In this chapter, we'll discuss an overview of the processes associated with the optimized social media process. We've discussed the optimization of the company's website, mobile site, and mobile apps for reach, relationship, and reputation. This section describes the steps required to optimize the company's social media activities. A variety of tools and techniques can be used to maximize reach, relationship, and reputation in the social media space. Creating high-quality content, for example, and encouraging others to share the content is one of the most important ways to engage with potential customers through social media. The more interesting, engaging, or informative the content, the more likely it is that customers and others will share the content with their professional and personal networks. Consumer engagement plays a significant role in convincing potential customers that the company's products are the best options to satisfy their needs. Compelling content can prompt a potential customer to click on a link to the company's website, to like or share the company's content, to follow the company's activities, or to download content provided by the company. Companies must ensure that all customer-facing content, videos, articles, product information, or advertisements is high quality and appealing to consumers, and that all social media activities are oriented towards achieving the overall targets for digital marketing. This chapter describes a number of tools and methods by which a company can maximize reach, relationship, and reputation using the social media digital marketing channel. The processes discussed in this chapter are as follows. Optimize social media for reach. In this process, a company's social media presence is optimized to maximize reach and achieve targets using various tools and techniques, such as advertising and creating engaging content. Optimize social media for relationship. In this process, the company's social media presence is optimized to meet or exceed relationship targets, using various tools and techniques such as social media relationship analysis, content development for social media, special offers, and promotions. Optimize social media for reputation. In this process, the company's social media presence is optimized to meet or exceed reputation targets, using various tools and techniques such as social media reputation analysis, sentiment analysis, and blogging. This figure provides an overview of the processes in this chapter. With that, we'll end this module. Thank you for learning with us. Hello and welcome. The last chapter of digital marketing, titled Other Important Elements of DM Channels, discusses additional digital marketing activities that should be considered in a comprehensive digital marketing strategy. Digital marketing is a vast and constantly changing marketing channel. The challenge for most digital marketers is to not only stay abreast of what their competitors are doing in the market, but to also remain aware of advancements in technology and of changes in consumer use of technology. As new technology is introduced and old technology becomes obsolete, marketers must adapt to changing trends in consumer behavior. This chapter provides specific details on some concepts that are mentioned in other areas of the digital marketing book that warrant further clarification and a more thorough discussion. Specifically, this chapter discusses the following digital marketing concepts: email marketing, web analytics, search marketing, popular social media platforms, affiliate networks, search engine optimization. Each of these elements can play a significant role in a company's digital marketing strategy. And with this, we come to the end of this module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello, and welcome to the introductory module on digital marketing. This video course has been designed for anyone who wants to know about digital marketing and its various channels. Along the way, this will help you prepare for SMstudy digital marketing certifications. So let's begin. When creating an online presence, one of the initial steps is to determine the targets as defined by the marketing strategy, and then explore the various digital marketing channels available to achieve those targets. Companies typically market their products or services to targeted audiences that differ in demographics such as age, geography, and income. Implementing digital marketing tactics allows a company to target very specific audiences and measure each tactic effectively. Given the nature of the online world, which is constantly evolving and expanding, new channels are developing with greater frequency, and audiences are continuously exploring new sources of online content. Digital marketers must regularly assess and reassess digital marketing channels for their effectiveness. To identify the most effective marketing channels for an organization's products or services, marketers spend a considerable amount of time and effort identifying and understanding the dynamics of all available digital marketing channels and evaluating these channels relative to their company's overall organizational goals and objectives. Once the digital marketing strategy has been established, it must continuously be monitored and evaluated to ensure its relevance to the target audiences, and adjusted to address frequently changing consumer needs, preferences, and online trends, and to ensure the targets that the marketing strategy has established for the digital marketing team are being met. The processes described in this chapter are: understand available DM channels. In this process, various digital marketing channels that an organization may use to stay in touch with their customers and meet their corporate objectives are explored. Evaluate DM channels. In this process, various digital marketing channels are evaluated to determine their relevance and effectiveness in achieving previously determined performance targets for digital marketing. This figure provides an overview of the following two processes in this chapter. And with that, we'll end this module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello, and welcome to this module on digital marketing. Let's take a look at the various inputs, tools, and outputs of the Understand Available DM Channels process. This process involves exploring the various digital marketing channels that an organization can use to stay in touch with customers and potential customers in an effort to achieve corporate objectives. The marketing team analyzes the internet behavior patterns of its target audience and identifies all possible media that are used by consumers online. Organizations observe macro trends that may impact the way they market their products or services to consumers. As a result of this process, organizations gain a better understanding of the digital landscape and learn how they can develop and implement their marketing strategies to be effective. The output of this process is a comprehensive understanding of the various digital marketing channels the company can utilize to reach out to prospective customers. This figure shows the inputs, tools, and outputs for the Understand Available DM Channels process. With that, we've reached the end of this module. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll talk about the inputs of the Understand Available DM Channels process. Senior Management Direction and Insights is the first input we'll discuss. The overall marketing strategy of the organization plays a key role in defining the targets that digital marketing strategy must achieve. Seeking senior management guidance with defining the digital marketing strategy is important to initiate digital marketing efforts and achieve the desired strategic objectives. For the successful implementation of a digital marketing strategy and digital marketing channel utilization plan, the organization must have a clear understanding of three foundational components: the digital marketing targets as established by the marketing strategy, the target markets or market segments the organization has decided to focus on, the consumer needs and values the organization aims to address through digital marketing efforts. Senior management plays a critical role in providing clarity on these three components. Using direction from senior management, the digital marketing team can identify the digital marketing channels that will best enable the business to reach out to current customers and acquire new customers. Without senior management insights, the team may not be clear on senior management's vision with respect to digital marketing, nor will the team have a comprehensive understanding of the overall marketing objectives and how digital marketing can be best utilized to support the marketing efforts and achieve the business objectives. As a result, the digital marketing team may not be able to establish a digital marketing strategy that aligns with the overall objectives of the marketing strategy and the business objectives. The next input is existing website knowledge. The team creating the digital marketing strategy for a product or brand needs to have knowledge about the organization's existing website. The digital marketing team needs to fully understand each product, brand, or service that the company aims to market and sell through the website, the number of visitors coming to the site, the profiles of the audiences visiting the site, the time spent by visitors on the site, any existing customer feedback on the website, the conversion rate of consumers visiting the website, and so on. This data can serve as a benchmark for the digital marketing team to measure the effectiveness of future strategies. The marketing team can also compare existing website information with that of competitors. For example, industry statistics and independent tools that can help marketers compare various websites, to benchmark the website's performance and decide which areas of the website could be enhanced to create a better consumer experience and eventually increase sales. Can you think of a scenario where this concept would be applicable? Tools such as Google Analytics provide detailed statistics about website performance, including visitor traffic, audience geographic profile, and visitor flow to different website pages. Conversion tracking and real-time data provide insights into specific actions performed by the users on the website. Existing mobile tablet devices knowledge is another important input. Mobile, tablet, and other internet-enabled devices such as smartwatches are personal devices that often form a large part of a company's digital marketing strategy. A company can use these platforms for one-to-one communication with its audience. With an increasing percentage of consumers using the internet on the go, Having a mobile version of a website helps a business reach out to consumers across all devices connected to the Internet. To ensure that customers and potential customers instantly land on the mobile version of the site when they are using their mobile devices, businesses must ensure that their sites are mobile-friendly. Having a mobile website also helps the search engine optimization of sites. As multiple pages index to the main website's organic ranking increases, which is advantageous for a business to build an online presence. In order to obtain this level of optimization on mobile sites, the team must understand the features and constraints of smartphones, tablets, and other similar devices, and design and develop their sites accordingly. Mobile technology has been advancing at a very fast pace. Smartphones have become mainstream, and many consumers use mobile phones to view product reviews, make price comparisons, and find information about products while they are shopping in-store. With consumers increasingly using technology on the go, a company's digital marketing strategy must be designed to take full advantage of this consumer trend. For some businesses, it also makes sense to have a localized application for specific devices such as Internet-enabled health monitoring devices and smartwatches. This technology helps businesses communicate with their users based on individual preferences, which helps to build brand loyalty. Can you think of an example of this concept? An online retail company prompts its visitors to its website to install its mobile app to receive attractive offers. Once users install the app, the company can track specific user behavior. Based on past purchases and search patterns, the company can use pop-up advertising to suggest attractive deals and incentivize users to purchase specific products. A gaming application company provides a free smartwatch app to players that provide them with useful information regarding the company's ongoing games. The company uses the app to show advertisements to players during downtimes in order to monetize its gaming apps. Existing social media knowledge. Social media is an umbrella term that includes web-based software and services that bring users together online and allow them to exchange ideas, discuss issues, communicate with one another, and participate in many other forms of social interaction. With the proliferation of different forms of social media, such as blogs, forums, audio-visual sharing sites, personal networking sites, and professional networking sites, consumers are constantly bombarded with many marketing messages. Among the popular audio-visual sharing sites are SlideShare, Pinterest, and YouTube. Personal networking sites include WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, and MySpace. And examples of content discovery sites are Wikipedia and Quora. Social media is important to every business that has a web presence because it can help drive traffic to the company's website and ultimately increase sales leads and conversions. As well, different social media platforms are more likely to reach certain target audience segments, and messaging can be customized for each platform. The features and functionality of social media platforms are constantly evolving as lesser-used functionality is removed, as in LinkedIn Answers, and replaced by new functionality, such as the ability to publish blog posts on LinkedIn. It is critical for the digital marketing team to be up to date on the latest trends in social media and to understand how other organizations use social media to their advantage. Marketers also need to be aware of paid opportunities within social media marketing, such as sponsored updates and ads, as well as earned opportunities to disseminate marketing messages by organically building followers. Often, a combination of paid and earned campaigns yield the best results. What examples can you think of for this concept? A fashion jewelry company may want to run a social media campaign to promote its newest line of bracelets to its target market of 18 to 34-year-old women in urban cities in the United States. The company understands that 90% of the 150 million people on Instagram are under the age of 35. Furthermore, Instagram users are predominantly urban, and the platform itself is highly visual, which makes it an excellent platform choice for this campaign. Information from relevant sources is the next input. There are many information sources that can be utilized to gather relevant data regarding various digital marketing channels. A digital marketer needs to be aware of all possible digital marketing channels that can help reach target customers. Understanding the latest online communication trends, emerging digital marketing channels, data on consumer spending, and overall consumer behavior in this digital age is extremely important. The digital marketing team should take the time to evaluate the best mix among the available digital marketing tools and initiatives in order to determine the most valid and suitable tactics for the target audience. Such considerations include email marketing campaigns, purchasing digital mailing lists, launching social media initiatives, adding videos, enhancing web pages, and implementing mobile initiatives across various devices, among others. Staying abreast of the newest trends in consumer behavior in the digital environment can be a challenge given the fact that trends change rapidly. However, the digital marketing team can gain significant insights from various information sources such as industry reports, expert discussions and articles, market research reports, digital marketing news sources and blogs, trade journals, and other publications. Take another short break and see if you can think of an example for this concept. Federal government agencies that oversee the collection and publication of economic data are a good source of data on consumer internet spending. Government publications can provide statistics on, for example, consumer trends and patterns, the number and value of internet orders, or internet spending by market segment, geographic area, or product category. Such data can offer significant insights into how to optimally utilize digital marketing in a particular market segment or product category in order to achieve marketing objectives. That brings us to the end of this module on the inputs of the Understand Available DM Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello, and welcome to this module on the tools associated with the Understand Available DM Channels process. Meetings and discussions. The digital marketing team meets to identify who its target audience is, where they spend their time online, and what their needs and requirements are, as well as to decide on the best possible channels to reach out to that audience. Companies increasingly make use of social interaction sites to monitor brand perception in the minds of consumers and to interact with consumers to understand their needs and requirements. Meetings and discussions provide a forum to discuss brand perception knowledge and consumer trends, and to collaborate on tactics that the team can implement in order to build on strengths and address any concerns. The team also meets with experts and conducts competitor analysis to identify the most effective channels to reach target consumers. If the company has an existing online presence, then historical data can also be important to consider when selecting the appropriate marketing channels for the product or brand. Expert training and knowledge-sharing workshop is the next tool. To implement a good digital strategy, a team needs to be set up, resources need to be allocated, and investments need to be made. An organization must understand and keep up with technology and the marketing opportunities that enhanced technology provides. Understanding the technology platforms available and the best practices for creating an engaging user experience across a variety of devices is also important. Digital marketing changes happen at a fast pace, and establishing a culture that fosters growth and innovation, knowledge of technology infrastructure, and a customer-centric focus will help ensure long-term success. Because digital marketing is such a dynamic field, participation in conferences and other knowledge-sharing events is beneficial to ensuring that the team stays up to date on the latest digital platforms, technology, and initiatives. Can you think of a scenario where this concept would be applicable? When a new website is created, it should be search engine optimized so that it is easily found when potential customers search online for products or services the organization sells. Regardless of the organizational digital marketing strategy or focus, every website needs to maintain some basic SEO hygiene. A knowledge-sharing session conducted by an SEO expert can help the marketing and product teams to collaborate efficiently with the web design and technical teams. The next tool we'll discuss is Explore Websites. An effective website is a critical component of a company's overall online success. The company's website serves as a critical hub and foundation for its online activity. With a plethora of available website designs, the digital marketing team must determine the appropriate and optimal design and message. The brand messaging on the website has to be in line with the overall brand message and must stay relevant to the target audience. Besides having a basic understanding of the technology on the website, the digital marketing team must also consider these facets of creating a website: consumer perspective, relevancy, age, cultural nuances, geography, and other demographic factors of the target audience will influence the type of content on the website. Usability and design. The digital marketing team must take into consideration how technically savvy its target customer is. If the target customer does not generally have the appropriate comfort level with technology, the team should design a simple, text-based layout with easy navigation and basic features. If the target customer is comfortable and familiar with the Internet and computer use, a more intricate, interactive, and information-rich website can be implemented. The design of the site should depend on the expectations of both the users and the company. In some cases, the development might focus on consumer engagement, while in other cases, the design might be oriented towards supporting task-oriented behavior, such as the ability to make changes to one's account, purchase a product or service, and so on. Site development perspective. Purpose. Companies maintain a web presence for a variety of reasons. While some companies use websites as their main method of selling their products, other companies have an online presence just to support their business, message, and brand position. There are companies that use websites as a public relations tool to enhance brand value in the minds of their customers or to evaluate product feedback from customers that may help in understanding customer needs, general communications, product updates, and sales. The digital marketing team is responsible for ensuring that the website is designed to meet the overall strategic objectives outlined in the marketing strategy. Planning. The digital marketing team must work with the website development team to plan the execution of the website, beginning with creating a storyboard for the website, listing functional requirements, building the database structure, developing wireframes, and determining hypermedia linkages, search engine keywords, graphical design components, user interface designs, audio-video sources, animation, and text requirements and formats. Performance. The digital marketing team also must consider the logical design of a good website. Compare the performance of competitor websites to identify best practices. Check for effective performance across browsers and operating systems. And perform usability testing of the website to ensure that it's easy to use. Maintenance. Websites create an online presence for a brand, so the marketing team must ensure that the website is maintained and tested regularly. Downtime on a website may adversely impact the direct online sales of products and may also taint brand reputation in the minds of consumers. For example, if an e-commerce company has an issue with its payment mechanism for even a few hours, the business could lose sales and may even lose some of its loyal customers. It's important to consider such factors as the platform on which the website will be hosted and whether the site will have a content management system or CMS on the back end to enable changes and updates to be made easily without having to adjust any web code. Take a short break and think of an example for this concept. E-commerce websites are designed to sell products online. Information about the products is organized into multiple categories that make navigation easy for those consumers who are looking for a specific product. Website features such as product descriptions, user reviews and ratings, and a shopping cart allow the consumers to choose and pay electronically for their selected products using a variety of secure online payment methods. If consumers come to a company's website for educational purposes, the team may decide to deliver the content mostly through videos and online simulations while maintaining a clean layout with few distractions. The next tool is Explore Mobile Tablet Devices. With an increase in the number of individuals using smartphones, also referred to as mobiles, tablets, and other internet-enabled devices, organizations must spend significant time understanding the capability and usability of these devices. This is important since mobiles, tablets, and other internet-enabled devices allow companies to stay connected to consumers through the relevant channels. The digital marketing team should identify appropriate marketing channels where the target customers are present and develop strategies to engage consumers. The rapid rise in smartphones, tablets, and internet-enabled wearables and devices had led to a shift in web design approaches, with web development focused on these devices becoming a much higher priority than it has been in the past. Usability and design. Organizations with established, large-scale websites have recognized the growing need for compatible tablet and mobile-accessible content and have implemented updates to their websites to reduce and streamline content and website size in order to be more suitable for mobile-accessible devices. Nevertheless, this approach is sufficient only for sites that provide static, one-way dissemination of information. As more customers demand interaction via mobile devices and tablets, the usability of these updated sites should diminish. Companies must now consider browsing habits that include longer or shorter sessions than computer users and create content that is in line with the swipe and tap mechanics of a tablet or smartphone over the point-and-click mechanics of traditional computers. Performance. The advent of these devices has also provided companies with an opportunity to gather more personal data from their users and push relevant, context-driven content. Such mobile-optimized content must load quickly on mobile devices to ensure that performance expectations of consumers are met. Can you think of an example for this concept? A fitness products company sells a smart wristband to help track physical activities and achieve set fitness goals. Based on this user data collected, the company sends customized offers to its users through various channels. Explore social media is the next tool. Social media refers to all channels where people and customers are able to interact with each other via digital media that are public or accessible to multiple users. There are a number of social media websites, each of which has created its own model for enabling people to communicate with each other. Social media sites use content in various forms to build digital communities in which ideas and content are shared, and discussion and comments are encouraged. It's important to keep in mind when planning a social media marketing strategy that consumers will not always react positively to a company's updates and content on social platforms. Negative comments about a brand and its products are inevitable, even on the company's own social media platforms. Some companies will choose to exert control over comments on their own platforms and delete those that they feel reflect poorly on the brand. Other companies may choose to allow the negative comments to remain and respond in an empathetic way by offering an apology and/or a solution to the issues. Leaving comments online, along with the company's responses, shows that the company is open, honest, and transparent. This also provides an opportunity to turn disgruntled customers into a brand evangelist. It's also important to understand the distinction between earned and paid opportunities for sharing. For example, building followers or shares through the development and posting of valuable content is earned. Alternatively, several social platforms provide paid opportunities for advertising and promoted posts in order to share information. Earned and paid strategies on social media are not mutually exclusive, and often the most effective social media strategies employ a combination of both. The various models of social media-enabled sharing are of the following content types. Blogs. Blogs are content created by individuals, groups, or companies to express their opinions or provide information or insights on specific topics of their choice. The most popular blogs choose topics that are of interest to a large community. However, niche blogs catering to a certain targeted audience can be successful if they dominate the share of voice in that particular subject area. Successful blogs have something interesting, useful, or creative to share, and do that sharing with an engaging style. Blogs may contain images, infographics, or videos in addition to text. In most cases, they are also open to comments from readers. These comments are generally directed to the author. Sometimes, readers discuss a blog post among themselves, resulting in a discussion forum. Blogs are typically part of an overall content marketing strategy, which is about providing informative, helpful content to potential customers, rather than overtly selling. From a company's perspective, a blog or rich site summary or RSS feed is an effective means for updating actual or prospective customers of happenings related to the company or the company's products. RSS feeds use standard web feed formats to publish blog posts and syndicate data automatically. RSS feeds benefit users who want to receive timely updates from favorite websites or to aggregate data from many sites. Subscribing to an RSS feed removes the need for the user to manually check the website for new content. Instead, their browser constantly monitors the site and informs the user of any updates. The browser can also be set to automatically download the new data for the user. Frequent updates also keep content fresh, enable curating of content, and facilitate the sharing of relevant content created by others, while contributing to a website's ranking in search engines. Contributions from established, well-known bloggers are generally considered credible and influential. Discussion forums. These are websites used for discussing issues related to a specific topic. Participants in such forums may be asked to register. They are encouraged to ask each other questions, answer questions, and share information. Many forums allow participants to rate each other's contributions, enabling contributors to build their reputations over time. Some discussion forums may be hosted and moderated by the company, in which case, the company would have some influence on the content of the discussion. In other cases, discussion forums are independent of a company. However, companies should be aware of popular discussion forums in which their products may be discussed and make an effort to respond to customers within those forums. Companies can participate in such forums actively to engage with participants and build a positive identity for themselves and their products and brands. Social media monitoring tools can scan social platforms, such as discussion forums, for mentions of the company or the company's products or brands. If trusted contributors mention a company's product or brand or provide a link to its webpage, then the company's website may witness a significant improvement in search engine rankings and increased visitors to the website. Professional networking sites. These sites relate to people, groups, or companies sharing professional updates, content, and discussions generally related to an organization, a company, a product, or a profession. These sites are used to build an individual's personal brand, as well as to raise awareness of businesses' brands and their products or services within the online community. Companies share such professional updates for various purposes, such as sharing product launch information, communicating offers and discounts, announcing changes in policies, and sharing media coverage. Relevant and engaging updates can help companies build and retain a loyal base of customers. Can you think of an example for this concept? In 2012, one of the largest American multinational banking and financial services corporations realized that their brand was not as strong among female professionals as it was among male ones. To combat this, they created a group on LinkedIn for professional women with the aim of creating a networking site where female professionals could discuss issues related to their working lives. This, they reasoned, might enhance the perception of their brand among women. Within a few months of the group's creation, it broke the 30,000 members mark and continued growing at a rapid pace from year to year. With more than 1,000 comments posted each week, it became one of the most active groups of its kind on the network. Social networking sites. These are posts that pertain to people or groups sharing personal updates about themselves or about a topic. These updates are generally shared with friends, relatives, or acquaintances, but they may also be shared with the general public. A company needs to create content or share updates that are relevant, interesting, or entertaining enough for people to share with their personal network. And the content shared should also align with the marketing objectives for the product or brand. Therefore, businesses should focus their social networking site updates on useful and interesting information on subjects related to the company's product or brand. This channel provides the opportunity for companies to share their brand personality and advertise company events, sales, and discount coupons. The focus of these updates should be on fun and engaging shareable content. Also, companies that have a high level of brand loyalty and where customers relate to the brand strongly may find customers voluntarily creating content or experiences related to the brand or sharing the brand's updates. What examples can you think of for this concept? A popular airline company in the United States effectively used Twitter to increase sales as well as gather charitable donations. The company used promoted trends and promoted tweets to announce low fares and gave donations to Stand Up to Cancer. The campaign gained tremendous response as the company received 11,000 hashtag mentions. During the campaign, the company gathered $50,000 in charitable donations, increased signups by 25%, and had the top 5 sales days in the history of the company. Video sharing sites. This activity relates to sharing videos, audio, infographics, or images with other people. Such content can be shared with any person or group. In most social media channels that are focused on sharing such content, people can vote on or rank audiovisual content or add their comments. Thus, these channels integrate the discussion forum element into audiovisual sharing. For example, on YouTube, a social media channel for sharing videos, users can like or dislike a video, comment on the video, and reply to each other's comments. At times, such posts from users may be misused by competitors or by people with ulterior motives, resulting in hate speech, insults, swearing, and general unpleasantness. Given the fact that these sites are vulnerable to such consumer behavior, forums may require moderators or restricted access protocols to ensure that discussions and feedback stay relevant, socially appropriate, and unbiased. Companies can use such channels very effectively, as videos, images, and audio can have a much larger impact on the target market than text updates. Many companies invest in creating engaging and interesting videos about their products, which sometimes become extremely popular and drastically increase brand visibility. Some also create melodies around their product, which can become as popular as songs in their own right or as ringtones for mobile phones. Can you think of an example for this concept? One clever YouTube marketing campaign increased sales for a small travel bookshop in Switzerland. With more travel research being conducted online, the bookshop highlighted the limits of the internet with a video showing a crashed Google Street View car. The video went viral and was covered by some of Switzerland's biggest news publications. A Flickr account also posted photos of bookshop employees next to the car, wearing branded t-shirts. The video linked back to the store's website. The traffic boomed significantly, resulting in a significant sales increase for the travel bookshop. Several other types of social media content exist. However, their usage across different social media channels is limited, and they are mostly used as standalone elements. Two such elements are collaborative websites and content discovery sites. Collaborative websites. These websites are created by groups of people working together to build content on a particular topic. Some might provide the raw content, some might review it, and some might format the content. Examples of collaborative websites are wikis, where people collaborate on specific topics of interest to them, and once a page on a particular topic is created, they continue to review it in order to make it better over time. The most popular example of a wiki is Wikipedia. Because the most popular wikis are continuously peer-reviewed and trusted by a large audience, a company's mention on such pages can bring a large amount of online traffic to its website. It's essential to have third-party media coverage and links to third-party documentation that support legitimacy of the company in order to create a page on Wikipedia. Content discovery sites. These sites, such as Reddit and StumbleUpon, are those where people share content they find interesting or useful so that others can also access the same content. Because the focus is on content discovery, the home pages of such websites generally contain content shared by others. Users who subscribe to or register on such sites can customize the type of content that appears on their home page. Companies that create interesting, engaging, and useful content stand a good chance of having their content shared on such sites, which in turn drives additional traffic to their own websites. Email marketing. This is often used as an alternative to traditional offline direct mail initiatives and can be a significant contributor to the digital marketing strategy. Email campaigns are designed not only to connect with customers and potential customers on news items, product releases, promotions, and announcements, but such campaigns are also often used to drive traffic to the company's other digital channels. Businesses can communicate with existing customers using internal lists in order to optimize and support relationships with customers. As well as, in many cases, businesses purchase digital mail lists for various email campaigns in order to expand their reach in the digital space. When exploring email as a digital marketing tool, businesses should pay considerable attention to the ways that email marketing can be aligned with other digital marketing channels to expand reach, support customer relations, and support the team in achieving the digital marketing targets. With that, we end our discussion of the tools associated with the Understand Available DM Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello and welcome to this module on the output of the Understand Available DM Channels process. Understanding of Available DM Channels. As an output of this process, the digital marketing team is expected to gather a comprehensive understanding of the various digital marketing channels it can utilize to reach prospective customers. The understanding of the channels should be recorded or documented to provide valuable insight while creating the digital marketing roadmap for the company. As part of this process, the team identifies target customers in the digital space, their likes and dislikes, their perceptions of the company's brand and its major competitors, their digital needs related to the brand, and how the brand may fulfill these needs. All of this information, along with an understanding of current trends in the digital marketing space, should be recorded for future reference. Web analytics are used to evaluate and better understand the available digital channels. Web analytics involve the collection, measurement, analysis, and reporting of web data for the purposes of understanding and optimizing web usage. Analyzing such data helps a company to assess and improve the effectiveness of its website. This information also helps the digital marketing team better understand consumer behavior and identify the strengths and weakness of the company's current online offerings. This may include finding out how many people are visiting a website, which pages are most popular, which paths are most popular, where people are coming from, where they drop off, how long they stay, and other similar factors. All such factors provide the digital marketing team with a comprehensive understanding of the effectiveness of current digital marketing initiatives and enable the team to identify possible new channels and digital marketing opportunities. Can you think of an example of this concept? Minutes taken during discussions and meetings with senior management and experts while understanding their expectations regarding digital marketing channels provide a good learning resource for the digital marketing team. The lessons or opinions recorded in these meetings provide valuable insight while evaluating various digital marketing channels. Examining the social media investments of competitors can help companies evaluate where they should be allocating resources. With that, we end our discussion on the outputs of the Understand Available DM Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello and welcome to this module on the introduction to the Evaluate DM Channels process. This process involves evaluating various digital marketing channels to determine their relevance to and effectiveness for achieving the performance targets for digital marketing. Given the wide variety and large number of options available to a company to utilize digital marketing, it's not an easy process to determine the best options. SMstudy's Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool, described in detail in this process, helps companies overcome this difficulty. It provides a structured way for companies to consider their digital marketing processes and then helps them to quantitatively and qualitatively evaluate digital marketing channels. In addition, it acts as a guide for improving each element of a company's digital marketing strategy and describes how to measure improvements. The outputs of this process are the selected digital marketing channels with their allocated budgets and targets, as well as an understanding of potential future scenarios that may impact a product or brand's performance. This figure shows the inputs, tools, and outputs for the Evaluate DM Channels process. With that, we end this video. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello! In this module, we'll discuss the inputs of the Evaluate DM Channels process. An understanding of available DM channels is the first input we'll discuss. This is an output of the Understand Available DM Channels process. Having an in-depth understanding of the various digital marketing channels is essential to evaluating how effective each of them may be in promoting a company's product, brand, or service. A company must understand the limitations and capabilities of each channel, as well as the situations in which a channel is most effective. For example, social media channels focused on sharing personal updates may not be the best channels to sell products such as industrial machinery. In addition to examining the relevance of a particular channel for promoting a particular product, the costs associated with using each of the channels needs to be fully understood along with how the channels are used by consumers. A channel may be highly relevant for a product, but it might also be expensive. For example, creating videos that go viral may be highly relevant for consumer goods targeted at youth, but they may be also very expensive to produce. When marketers have a thorough understanding of the various channels and the elements of digital marketing, they are better able to evaluate whether or not a particular channel needs to be used on particular occasions. Take a short break and think of a situation or scenario where this concept can be used. When a company wants to promote a discount or an important achievement, the use of social media forums is a good option because of the possibility of a viral effect and mass exposure, which may raise awareness of the company. When promoting a discount offer, many companies also prefer to use email marketing because of the fast results it can bring. On the other hand, if the company wants to inform customers about an expected stoppage of service, for instance, due to a scheduled routine maintenance, it is usually enough for the company to use email or their website to notify customers, rather than initiating a social media update. Negative comments often spread faster in social media, leading to loss of brand value and image. Therefore, understanding the different channels is important in order to evaluate their usefulness. The allocated budget is another input. This is an output of the Decide Marketing Aspects and Allocate Budget process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy, which contains details on the budget allocated to the various marketing aspects, including digital marketing, toward the achievement of their respective targets. The following items should be considered when allocating a budget to digital marketing. Amount of budget allocated. This represents the financial resources that digital marketing has been allocated by the marketing strategy team to use in order to achieve specific digital marketing targets. It is usually a specific figure, but sometimes tolerances may be defined to account for anticipated needs and changes. When allocating the budget, the marketing team must consider such things as who the customers are, how they do business and interact with the company, the creativity and costs associated with executing campaigns, and the current consumer perception of the company or brand. Rationale for budget allocation. This involves specifying and documenting the rationale for the budget allocated, which reduces the possibility of irrelevant factors such as personal preferences or politics playing a role in budget allocation. Articulating and documenting the rationale for a particular resource can also save time when new employees join the team or existing team members question certain initiatives. Availability of allocated budget. The manner in which the allocated budget will be made available to the digital marketing activities is also defined. Information such as the process for accessing funds, the approvals needed, and the increments in which the budget will be made available during a time period are specified. The overall budget allocated to digital marketing sets an upper limit on how much can be spent for promoting a product, brand, or service through digital media. Therefore, it is an important input for determining which digital marketing channels should be used and how much should be spent on each of the selected channels to achieve their respective targets. Take a short break and think of a situation or scenario where this concept can be used. When a company has a minimal budget for digital marketing, it may decide to focus more on encouraging customers to visit its website through search engine optimization rather than spending money on paid advertising. Likewise, it may focus on engaging with customers through different social media platforms, blogs, and forums, and growing its list for email marketing rather than allocating funds to purchase lists. The next input is industry norms. The prevailing norms in the industry regarding the use of various digital marketing channels for promoting competing products serve as a good reference for a company when evaluating digital marketing channels. A company can obtain these norms through observing the websites, social media presence, and mobile apps of competitors. It may also access these norms through industry publications and prior research conducted. Industry norms are especially useful for companies that are entering a new product category or a new market, and those that do not have any past data on similar products in their product portfolio to serve as benchmarks for comparison. Can you think of a scenario where this concept would be applicable? With the growing popularity of mobile devices, the majority of Internet searches are initiated using mobile devices rather than traditional websites, and given the nature and convenience of mobile use, many mobile searches convert to purchases as consumers often find restaurants or book hotels on the go. The positioning statement is the next input. A positioning statement is the main output of the Create Differentiated Positioning process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy. It is generally a short sentence or phrase that captures the essence of the value a company's product offers to its target customers. The positioning statement should create an image of the product in the customer's mind, highlighting the most important benefits that differentiate the product from competitor products and that offer the most value to customers. A well-defined positioning statement should convey the following: the product category in which a company's product is to be positioned, the target segment or segments for which the product is positioned, the specific benefits that a product is offering to the target segment or segments as compared to competitive offerings, any guarantees or warranties that a company offers to support the product's quality. The positioning statement is a key factor in determining the relative importance of various digital marketing channels and elements. For example, if a company's product positioning targets customers who use smartphones extensively, then it may be necessary for the company to develop mobile apps and allocate resources accordingly. Similarly, if a company's product positioning targets business customers, then the company may use the professional updates sharing element of social media extensively. Can you think of a scenario where this concept would be applicable? Web maps and satellite navigation devices have transformed online navigation product positioning from traditional websites and devices to smartphone apps. This is mainly due to the evolution of smartphones and utility apps, which bring a lot of value to customers. The smartphone app allows customers to use maps and navigate to a particular location without having to carry a printed map, expensive navigation devices, or a laptop while driving. Product features is the next input. Product features are an output of the Create Differentiated Positioning process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy. The product features include those that are most desired by the target customers. These features are revealed during the creation of perceptual maps and while selecting points of parity and differentiation. Perceptual maps show the combination of key parameters that a product must have to appeal to a specific target segment. Points of parity and differentiation show the features that a product must have to be identified as part of a product category, and those that it must possess to differentiate itself from the competition. These features are the most important inputs for designing the final product. Considering product features helps in determining the importance and relevance of each of the digital marketing channels in promoting a product. Also, the same product may be promoted in different ways through different social media channels. For example, a company may want to highlight how to use a product through demonstration videos and use the video sharing element of social media, while detailed technical specifications of the same product may be provided on the website. Similarly, a company selling consumer electronics may want to initiate a discussion on its latest product by using discussion forums on social media, while the ability to buy the product is offered only on its website. Now that you understand this concept, can you think of a scenario where this concept would be applicable? Product features and policies such as money-back guarantees and free shipping are emphasized by companies selling online products as part of their digital marketing activities. Promoting customer-friendly policies and popular product features help in viral marketing. An important input is the pricing strategy. The pricing strategy is an output of the determined pricing strategy process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy. The pricing strategy for a product or service is focused on creating a sustainable brand perception and sustainable profitability for the product or brand, while growing and maintaining a healthy market share. The pricing strategy should include the following information: the recommended pricing for the product or service over a period of time in the various target market segments and the rationale for the price points used for the product. An indication of how the pricing strategy aligns with the product's positioning statement and the company's overall corporate strategy. The number of units that must be sold to break even, the projected units the company anticipates it will sell, and the expected profitability of the product. The strategy to deal with possible changes in the environment, such as changes in price of competing products, currency fluctuations, increases in production costs, and so on. The strategy for any discounts, special offers, or rebates, and the costs associated with these. The total cost of ownership, including cost of warranties and after-purchase servicing. The pricing strategy plays a key role in evaluating the effectiveness of digital marketing channels in terms of how they can contribute to achieving the financial targets for a product or brand. Since the pricing strategy includes promotional activities and discounts, it is important that digital marketers identify the channels that are best suited to the particular promotions. An advantage of digital channels is that companies can immediately change pricing based on consumer demand, for example, by timing special promotions by season or time of day. The digital space can also allow companies to test a variety of pricing models and get access to the results to make long-term decisions. Pricing of a product or brand also influences the amount of budget that should be spent for online advertising. Thus, when budgets are minimal, the digital marketing channels with the highest ROI in advertising are selected. Can you think of an example of this concept? If the pricing strategy for an entertainment magazine includes a discount for new customer subscriptions and the objective is to maximize subscriptions, then the magazine may find promoting this discount through social media sites focused on the sharing of personal updates to be the most effective channel. Distribution strategy. The distribution strategy is an output of the determined distribution strategy process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy. The distribution strategy for a company's product or service focuses on ensuring that the product or service is delivered to customers on time, in the best possible manner, and with costs that are aligned with the pricing strategy. The distribution strategy should contain the following information: the specific distribution model to be used, whether it will be intensive, exclusive, or selective. Intensive distribution, occurs when a company uses many delivery channels and distributes a large volume of products. Exclusive distribution occurs when a company uses only one distribution partner to sell its products in a specific market. Selective distribution occurs when a company uses a few delivery channels to distribute a moderate volume of products. The levels of intermediaries that will exist between the company and each of the target markets, the specific distribution channels that will be used for each of the target market segments, the stages in the distribution channel where any external channel members will be used, the entities in the value network that have the most impact on the distribution strategy, and the measures that need to be taken to minimize any negative impacts and maximize any positive impacts that result from the use of those entities. When evaluating the best way to distribute a product, it is important to match the end-user needs to a distribution strategy. If the analysis finds that the buying process is fairly straightforward and the target customer is online, the company can sell direct via a website. It is possible for a product to be distributed only through online channels, and if that is the case, the entire distribution strategy is closely linked to the digital marketing strategy. The importance of various digital marketing channels will depend on the specific distribution strategy. If there are strategic alliances with other online partners, then those channels will also need to be considered. Now take a short break and see if you can think of an example for this concept. Banking institutions integrate multiple online delivery channels, including website, mobile, and social media to improve their customers' experiences and reduce customer acquisition costs as well as operational costs. This online distribution strategy helps the business gain a competitive advantage. Software companies that provide antivirus software or tools for photograph editing, for example, have enabled the installation of software or software upgrades through direct downloads. Some of these companies have also introduced mobile apps to enhance the user experience. This has helped such companies reduce the costs of creating and shipping CDs. Selected marketing aspects and targets are the last input of this process. Selected marketing aspects and targets are an output of the Decide Marketing Aspects and Allocate Budget process in the SMstudy book on marketing strategy. Sales and marketing aspects that are considered most relevant and effective for achieving the objectives defined for a product or brand are determined by the marketing team and outlined in the marketing strategy. The list will include the respective rationale and targets for each aspect. Rationale for selection. When choosing a digital channel, there are many factors that should be considered by the marketing team. The team should evaluate the target market and understand the dynamics and trends of the audience. In addition, the team should understand the preferences of the audience and the opportunities to reach current and potential customers utilizing various channels. Documenting the rationale ensures that there is correct justification for such decisions and that an aspect is going to be useful in helping a product, brand, or service achieve its performance objectives. It is also possible that all sales and marketing aspects are selected. In such cases, the rationale for each aspect must still be documented. Targets. After the overall objectives are defined for a product or brand's marketing strategy, targets are assigned to each of the selected aspects so that they are in alignment with the overall objectives. When considering targets, the company should be looking at a variety of digital areas that can be evaluated, including overall reach, cost per click, number of impressions, number of leads or conversions, and so on. Since this input contains the overall targets for digital marketing, in addition to targets for any other chosen aspects, it determines the cumulative targets that digital marketing channels together need to achieve. Knowledge of other selected marketing aspects and any areas of overlap between them and digital marketing helps the digital marketing team to coordinate with other aspects effectively. As in the example that follows, if corporate sales is a selected aspect that depends on digital marketing to generate corporate leads through the company's website, then the digital marketing team can design the website accordingly and put in place metrics to track conversions and other metrics for corporate leads. Can you think of an example for this concept? Companies with B2B customers use social media channels such as blogs, discussion forums, and personal and professional updates to generate interest and increase participation in their offline events and gatherings. Effective digital marketing activities help to generate leads for corporate sales. With that, we end this module of the Evaluate DM Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello, and welcome to this module on the tools associated with the Evaluate Digital Marketing Channels process. The SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool is the first one we'll discuss. The SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool is used to evaluate the suitability and effectiveness of the various digital marketing channels for achieving the overall performance targets as defined in the marketing strategy for a product or brand. This tool is used for identifying conversion hierarchies for the different channels, estimating return on investment or ROI for each channel, and then allocating the digital marketing budget among those channels based on both ROI and the number of projected customers from each channel. The tool further helps in identifying improvement opportunities and defines metrics to measure improvement activities. Each of these steps is explained in detail. Identify conversion hierarchies is our first step. This step starts with the primary metric on which a product's performance in digital marketing is to be measured. Examples of primary metrics are leads or inquiries, sales, new subscriptions, catalog downloads, number of clicks and/or impressions. It's important to assign a financial benefit value to each primary metric to enable ROI calculations. For sales, the financial benefit is straightforward, revenues. For other metrics, a company must estimate the financial benefit. Can you think of an example for this concept? If the primary metric is new subscriptions, and it's estimated that only 1 in 20 subscriptions leads to a sale, and the average sale value is $200, then the financial benefit of one subscription is calculated as follows: 1 divided by 20 times $200 equals $10. It's important that estimations used for arriving at financial benefit for metrics are as accurate as possible. Past data on similar products can provide reliable estimates, or if such data is not available, then using industry norms or expert insights can prove valuable in arriving at estimates. After identifying the primary metric, the company must work backward to identify key conversion stages for each digital marketing channel. An illustration is shown here. In this figure, the primary metric is revenues, and there are 3 digital marketing channels that can be used to achieve targets related to revenues: the website, the mobile app, and social media. For each channel, the figure shows the steps in converting interested prospects. A company needs to ensure that each step in the conversion hierarchy is oriented towards moving as many customers as possible from one step to the next. This movement ensures that the company maximizes the number of customers who eventually purchase the product or service. There may be overlaps in conversion hierarchies across the various channels. For example, customers may receive product updates through social media, which have links to the product website. They then visit the website and follow the same conversion hierarchy as that of the website channel. Customers may also see a promotional message on the product's web page, asking them to download the mobile app and purchase the product using the app. An increasing number of online retail websites promote such behavior. In both of these cases, conversions happen as a result of interactions between channels. Therefore, it's very important for a company to have consistent information and promotional messages across all channels. Also, note that it's not essential that all of the steps occur online. Can you think of an example for this concept? Customers may call a company after visiting the website if they have any questions. Payment for a product may also be made offline through different modes, such as paying at a physical outlet or through bank transfer. Evaluate return on investment for each channel is the second step. This step involves deciding how much return can be expected from each channel and the corresponding investment that needs to be made. Some channels involve a significant investment of resources to provide a proportionately larger number of conversions. Other channels may involve minimal resources to provide a significant amount of conversions. Generally, both types need to be explored. The objective for the digital marketing team should be to achieve its target with minimal resources. To evaluate ROI, the team must clearly articulate how conversions for a channel vary with investment. The data for this schedule can be garnered through experimentation, through data for similar products, or through industry norms. Once the schedule for each of the channels is charted, then the marketing team can decide which of the channels should be used for promotions and the amount that should be spent on each. Here is an example showing the change in conversions with a change in investment for Channel A. And this is a graph of the values from the table in our example. From this, it's clear that conversions do not increase at the same rate as the investment after an investment level of $30,000 and beyond $50,000. It would therefore not make sense to continue investing as the corresponding incremental conversions are very low. The schedules for two other channels are shown in these tables. If a company's target is to achieve 200 conversions, then it's clear that one channel alone will not be sufficient to achieve this target and that other channels will be required. There are multiple combinations of investments in the three channels through which a company can achieve the desired 200 conversions. The following are two of the best combinations. Combination 1. Channel A, $20,000 investment, 100 conversions. Channel B, $6,000 investment, 45 conversions. Channel C, $5,000 investment, 53 conversions. Total investment is $31,000. Total conversions is 198. Combination 2. Channel A, $20,000 investment, 100 conversions. Channel B, $8,000 investment, 55 conversions. Channel C, $4,000 investment, 44 conversions. Total investment is $32,000. Total conversions is 199. Given that there is not much difference between the two options, a company may need to look at other factors to make the final decision. This is where having a meeting or discussion can be useful. For example, the team may decide on the combination of channels with which the company has more experience and confidence. The end objective of this step is to identify which channels should be used, the target each channel needs to achieve, and the corresponding investment needed for each channel. Identify limitations and how to improve each step of the conversion hierarchy make up the third step in the SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool. Ideally, a company would want every customer in step 1 of the conversion hierarchy to purchase its product. However, the reality in most cases is that some customers may not continue to the last step to purchase a product. The company must understand these and other limitations while deciding how to improve conversions. Other examples of limitations that a company may have to keep in mind are: the company may not have the human resource capacity to manage incoming calls from customers. In such a situation, the company may need to utilize email communication or record voicemails and then call customers back. The company's product may not be suitable for ordering online. This is especially true for products that need to be customized on-site. It's not possible to purchase some products, such as houses, online. In such cases, a company needs to ensure that its offline channels are capable of managing the volume of sales inquiries that come through its online channels. Once the company understands its limitations, it then needs to determine how to improve each step of the conversion hierarchy to convert more customers. There are two main activities involved in this process. Increase the number of customers in Step 1. This is the starting point of the hierarchy. The higher the number of customers in this step, the greater the number of final conversions. Increasing this number can be achieved primarily through two methods. Paid activities, which include advertising on various digital marketing channels such as search engines, other websites, other mobile apps, social media, and paid news releases. Non-paid activities, which include increasing a company's website rank on search engines through search engine optimization, increasing a company's mobile app rank on searches within mobile app stores, and creating interesting and useful content that is shared willingly by the target market and featured in news outlets. Reduce the number of customers dropping out of subsequent steps. This increases the conversion rate and can be achieved by analyzing the flow of website visitors. There are a number of analytical tools that can help a company examine its website traffic in multiple ways and answer a number of questions, such as the following. Which pages have the highest drops? Are customers able to easily access the most effective pages? For example, pages on testimonials and product features. Are there any technical errors on the website that are resulting in customer drops? Are visitors spending adequate time on the website? Do key pages contain clear calls to action? A company needs to analyze its competitors' websites to see if they have some features, benefits, or other elements which improve the customer experience and which are missing from the company's website. It can then take action to ensure that the customer experience on its website is better than that of its competitors. The conversion hierarchy can also be visualized as a leaky funnel that has a number of holes at different levels. The leaky funnel diagram is shown in this figure. The idea behind the funnel is that many prospective customers enter into the sales cycle at the top, but some opt out along the way. Digital media reaches out broadly and acquires potential customers using a variety of online tactics. Marketers then capture information about those customers and begin to target them more effectively with marketing messages and other digital marketing initiatives, and many become qualified prospects or leads. Eventually, some of the qualified leads buy the product, thus becoming customers. However, the leaky funnel shows that some prospective customers naturally opt out at certain points in the sales cycle. In the leaky funnel analogy, the water being poured from the top represents prospective customers, and the water exiting from the bottom represents converted customers. Water leaking out from holes at different levels represents prospective customers dropping out at each step of the conversion hierarchy. A company can label each of the holes with a factor that is resulting in customer drops, and then work on each of those factors to plug the holes in the funnel. Set up metrics and targets to measure improvements in each step is the fourth and final step in the SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement tool. Once improvement opportunities are identified, a company should be able to measure the effectiveness of actions undertaken to implement those improvements. For this, it's important to set up metrics and targets for each action. It's only when the actual results are compared against the targets that the digital marketing team will know how effective each particular action is. Some examples of how metrics and targets can be set in different situations are the following. If the digital marketing team observes that visitors are exiting from a particular web page more than other similar pages, it should ideally look at improving that web page. A key metric for measuring the effectiveness of changes aimed at improving the web page would be the exit rate. The exit rate for a page is defined as the ratio of the number of visitors who exited a website from a page to the number of visitors who visited that page, expressed as a percentage. The target exit rate should be the exit rate of similar pages. If the digital marketing team observes that a particular online advertisement is resulting in fewer conversions than other online advertisements, and they've determined that the reason behind the gap is a mismatch between the advertisement and the page to which it links, then the company should either modify the ad or the web page. A key metric for measuring the effectiveness of these modifications would be the bounce rate for the page from that advertisement. The bounce rate for a page is defined as the ratio of the number of visitors who left a website after visiting only that page to the number of visitors who entered the website through that page, expressed as a percentage. A lower bounce rate from a modified advertisement would indicate that customers were leaving the page less often, possibly because they were finding the page relevant to the advertisement. The target bounce rate should be the bounce rate of pages linked to similar advertisements. Meetings and discussions are an important tool in the Evaluate Digital Marketing Channels process. Digital marketing channels need to be evaluated not just for ROI, but also for other factors such as available resources, company experience in using certain channels, knowledge of how competitors benefit from different channels, and future changes expected in each channel. These factors are best discussed at regular intervals and their impact evaluated through meetings and discussions. Meetings and discussions are also important for assessing the impact of the pricing strategy, distribution strategy, positioning statement, product features, and other marketing aspects on the evaluation of digital marketing channels. Furthermore, discussions are sometimes necessary to determine the ROI for different channels because the digital marketing team may receive conflicting data from different sources regarding the investment required for a certain level of conversions. The next tool is external expertise. Digital marketing as a field is extremely dynamic, and the landscape may change in a matter of months. A company may not be able to keep up with all the developments and potential changes in the various digital marketing channels and their potential impact on the company's products or services. Therefore, the use of external consultants who are specialists in digital marketing to evaluate digital marketing channels can be highly valuable. External experts can contribute by giving advice on best practices and the latest developments in their specialist areas of digital marketing. Their expertise, opinions, and smart insights can be beneficial, especially in driving awareness, leads, and sales. Evaluation of digital marketing channels interactions is the last tool of this process. While the company's website, mobile channel, and social media presence are all contributors to a successful digital marketing strategy, these three channels interact, overlap, and must align with one another. Evaluating the interaction of digital marketing channels involves identifying ways in which the various channels can complement one another in order to work cohesively towards achieving the overall digital marketing targets. An icon link to the company's Facebook page, for example, links customers on the website with the social media channel. It's important for the marketing and website development teams to ensure that in the process of evaluating the website, mobile channel, and social media channels, they are also recognizing the benefits that can be gained through the interaction of these channels. With that, we'll end the module on the tools associated with the Evaluate Digital Marketing Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.
Hello, and welcome to this module on the outputs of the Evaluate DM Channels process. Selected digital marketing channels are the first output of this process. Channels that are evaluated as most effective for achieving the overall targets for digital marketing are clearly identified. The following needs to be outlined for each of the determined channels. 1. Targets. The SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool helps in determining the targets that each channel can achieve. The sum of the specific targets should contribute to the overall digital marketing targets as defined in the marketing strategy. If there are any overlaps among the digital marketing channels, then these should be clearly identified and accounted for. 2. Budget. The SMstudy Digital Marketing Evaluation and Improvement Tool helps in determining the projected investment in each channel based on its ROI and contribution to the overall targets for digital marketing. 3. Usage. This should cover how the channel will be used to promote the product, service, or brand. It does not need to be detailed, but should include how the allocated budget will be used and how the company will use the channel to reach customers. For example, for a social media channel, the usage information should indicate whether the budget will be spent on social media ads or on creating high-quality, shareable content that can spread organically. The next output is the Integrated Digital Marketing Channel Plan. It is important to understand that digital marketing is often used effectively in conjunction with other forms of marketing, such as direct mail campaigns and mass media advertising. As well, when developing a digital marketing strategy, multiple tactics should be considered, and most often a combination of social, mobile, web, and other similar digital channels will integrate and work together to form a complete campaign that more effectively drives sales conversions. Anticipated future scenarios is the last output of this process. Because changes in digital marketing channels occur at a rapid pace, it is important for a company to be prepared for the most likely future scenarios in the digital marketing landscape. This output should contain details of the following for each channel. 1. Most likely changes. These are changes that are most likely to take place in the future. The determination of anticipated changes may be based on expertise from external consultants and information exchanged during meetings and discussions. The digital marketing team should also analyze actual changes that occurred in the past to help predict which changes may occur in the future. 2. Impact of changes. The potential impact of these changes on the various areas of the business, including potential revenue, resource needs, operational impacts, and impacts on the company's products, must also be determined. The impact of the likely changes may be positive or negative. 3. Actions to be taken. Actions that will be taken to mitigate or avoid the impact of harmful changes and exploit positive changes should be described. With that, we've reached the end of this video on the outputs of the Evaluate Digital Marketing Channels process. Thank you for learning with us.